Cristiano Ronaldo sucks, he needs to leave ASAP, and I will use numbers, stats, and facts to show you why that's the case in this video. Now, before we talk about Cristiano Ronaldo, we have to talk about Manchester United. Currently in the league, in the Premier League, we rank third in chances created, right behind Liverpool and Manchester City, the two best teams in the country currently. What does this say? Well, it shows that Manchester United are actually a top tier side when it comes to creating chances. But why are we struggling? Why aren't we competing with Liverpool and Manchester City? Well, in the Premier League, when you look at G minus XG stats, basically what this stat means is just how ruthless and how clinical a team's players are. So basically, the higher this stat is, the more clinical a player or a team are, and the lower this stat, then it shows that the more wasteful a team is. Well, Manchester United in the league currently, when it comes to G minus XG, we rank 10th, as in bang average, right in the middle. So we go from third, as far as chances created are concerned, to 10th when it comes to finishing those chances and scoring them, making the most out of them. This is damning. So Manchester United are great at creating chances, but not really good at putting them in. So who is responsible for that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo is currently the worst player in the Premier League, the worst in terms of goals minus XG. He is ranked last with a score of minus 3.8. Minus 3.8 goals per expected goals. This is insane. What it shows is that Cristiano Ronaldo is a player who is extremely wasteful. And it doesn't matter how much chances Manchester United creates, Cristiano Ronaldo wastes. Check this, for example. This contrast is baffling. It's ridiculous. Currently in the Premier League, do you know who is the best creator, the best chance creator in the league? Bruno Fernandes with 77 chances created. And the worst finisher in the league is Cristiano Ronaldo with a score, a goal per expected goals of minus 3.8. This is ridiculous, and there isn't a group of stats that you could find that illustrates how dysfunctional Manchester United currently is. But of course, it would be unfair to talk about Cristiano Ronaldo in a vacuum. So let's look at some other strikers in the continent and see how they compare. Take Simeone, for example. No, not this one, but his son, Giovanni Simeone, who plays as a striker for Hellas Verona in Serie A. This season, he's got 15 goals, and he's got a goal minus expected goals of 7.9. 7.9 plus 7.9 as opposed to minus 3.8 for Cristiano Ronaldo. This is crazy. That means that currently Manchester United, if we could substitute Cristiano Ronaldo with Giovanni Simeone, we would probably be third or competing with third with Chelsea, unlike the situation we find ourselves in. And before you even start talking about counter arguments such as, well, maybe Giovanni Simeone gets more service, or maybe he's get better quality service. Well, let me stop you there, because that's not the case. There is a stat called expected goals per shot. Basically, what this stat measures is the quality of each shot that a player takes. Well, the closer you get to 1, the more certain that goal is. And the closer you get to 0, then the more impossible it is to score. Cristiano Ronaldo's expected goal per shot is at 0.14. Giovanni Simeone's 0.15. So nearly the same. Not only that, but actually, Giovanni Simeone has less chances, less attempts every game than Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo nearly has 3.78 attempts per game, as opposed to 2.44 for Giovanni Simeone. So Giovanni Simeone gets less chances and yet scores more because he's a much more focused, much ruthless finisher than Cristiano Ronaldo is. And this trend, of course, goes all over Europe. You could look at all the top 5 leagues, all of the main strikers. Who can you think of? Mo Salah, Haaland, Mbappe, Benzema, Patrick Schick, right? Even Enes Unal in Getafe, the Turkish guy who didn't make it at Manchester City. They all have much higher goals minus expected goal stats than Cristiano Ronaldo, while having the same expected goal per shot stats that he does. That means they have the same quality of chances. They are just much better finishers than he is. They're much more focused, they're much more ruthless in front of goal, and that's why their teams are doing much better, and that's why their numbers, their individual numbers, are much better than Cristiano Ronaldo's. So why am I talking about this? Well, it's because again, after the Manchester City defeat 4-1 this weekend, Manchester United fans again are starting to talk about Rangnick and how we need Ten Hag and Pochettino. This is missing the point. At a certain point, we have to put a line between what is a manager responsible for and where do the players actually have to be responsible. In this case, what can a manager do? The fact that we are creating more chances, and we've been creating exponentially more chances since Rangnick took over, shows and proves that he has improved us in this area. The fact that we can't score comes down to the players. This is a Ronaldo stat. A manager can do nothing about this other than buying a striker in the summer. He did not pick Cristiano Ronaldo. He has to pick him because he came in the middle of the season. Add in the fact that Cristiano Ronaldo earns £480,000 a week. He's 37, he's going to 38. We cannot have this in our team. A 38-year-old in a club like Manchester United should be a player that serves as a mentor, who doesn't get as much, maybe £100,000 a week with bonuses based on goals and appearances and things like that. But you cannot be earning £480,000 a week and expect him to play. He's got an ego the size of a planet. If he doesn't play, then he pouts and he cries and he complains. And we don't need that. We need to move on. We need a younger, much better, much more clinical striker. And we cannot just keep on accommodating Cristiano Ronaldo. Enough of the Viva Ronaldo Kool-Aid. We cannot do that. If Mbappe signs for Real Madrid, tell Jorge Mendes to call PSG and ask them to make a bid for Cristiano Ronaldo, because he needs to go this summer, okay? And I'm saying this out of love for the guy. I'm a Manchester United fan. You cannot separate me from Cristiano Ronaldo. But this Cristiano Ronaldo you cannot separate me from is the 2003-2009. The boy from Madeira coming to Manchester United as an unknown who didn't even have good teeth, right? And yet he became a superstar at Manchester United. That's the Viva Ronaldo that I want to remember, not the Viva Ronaldo that people sing now because he sprinted 20 yards. This Cristiano Ronaldo is an imposter. He's not the real Cristiano Ronaldo. We do not need this guy in the team. He is holding us back. And it's on this note that I end this video by quoting one of my favorite books of all time. Cristiano Ronaldo, come over here, mate. Come on. So long, my friend, and thanks for all the fish.